Hi guys, welcome to another video with me, Claris. In this video, we are continuing on in my Aloha series inspired by my trip to Hawaii. And so if you have just tuned in, the last video that we did were these Hawaiian ginger, I was going to say ginger snaps, Hawaiian gingers, which are these like really exotic looking, beautiful flowers. So if you've missed that, I guess check out the channel and you should be able to find the video. Before that, we did bougainvilleas right here. And then we did turtle, and a couple of other things. So head on over to the playlist that I created for the Aloha series and check it out. Today's video, we are going to be, there's a special feature. We're going to be creating very whimsical looking tropical florals, loose, super easy. And by easy, I mean it's just repetitive in terms of the strokes we're doing. And the brushes I'm using are the Princeton Velvet Touch Petals. So this is the feature for this video. It is the Petals number 6 and the number 10. And it gives you results like so. So it's got that very bird of paradise sort of feel to it. So I'm going to use this video tutorial. We're still keeping it Aloha series, tropical, fun, but we are going to be using the petals, and I'm going to show you guys tips and tricks on how to get some really beautiful shapes using the Petals Brush by Princeton. All right, so before we begin, before I get into my supplies, I just want to quickly say if you enjoy watercolor videos like such, please hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, as it really does help my channel grow. Okay, so right into the supplies. For watercolors, I'm using my Mei Liang set of 48. For paper, I have run out of my Paul Rubens booklet, and so I'm just using a page from the Canson XL watercolor book. Brushes I already mentioned. We're using the Princeton Velvet Touch Petals number 6 and number 10. I have my palette by Lisi Arts, which I might not end up using depending on the colors I'm using. All the supplies listed or mentioned over here are listed in the description below, so feel free to check those Amazon affiliate links out, okay? Okay, so first things first, I'm going to walk you through very simply how to use these brushes, but let me give you a close-up for those who have not seen these brushes previously. I'll use the number 6 because it's a bit smaller. So they are almost like a triangular sort of shape at the very bottom, and then it goes tapering to a nice fine point. Super pointed at the top, so you get some really beautiful thin leaves or petals or whatever you want to try and achieve. So we'll start off with using the number 10, and I'm just going to quickly walk you through how to create or use the brush. Now there's several different ways that you can use it, but if you're basic and beginner in terms of, oh, I'm very sort of antsy to use this because it's so different, what do? I would suggest the following. So we'll get our color, and let's just say I'm going to get some of this quinacridone pink or rose that I have over here. And then what I'm going to do is get a little bit just on the tip of the brush. I'm going to lightly graze it across some purple. Now the purple needs to be activated, so nothing is activated over here. So what I'm going to do, whoops, the purple needs to be activated. So I'm taking my number 4 and I am going to lightly just sort of activate that over there. It's like a purpley blue. So now that I know it is activated, all I'm going to do is take my Petals brush and dip just the tip of it on here. Got a little bit of pink on there, but that's okay. All right, so here's what we're doing for our strokes. I'm going to zoom in so you can have a look and see doing. So the pointed tip is at the top. So this part of the triangle is at the top over here. I'm holding it sideways. And I'm going to use the tip, lightly graze, press down, and then trail off. And notice I did a little bit of a curve over there. And that's how you get one stroke. So now we're going to do the same thing again. Notice how I got a nice, beautiful gradient from purple to pink. You can intensify that by just adding more purple before this dries up right there. Okay, so now we're going to go back, get some more of that pink, dip it in a little bit of purple, and we're going to do the same sort of motion or stroke. Now, notice this can happen where you've got additional paint or water on your brush, and so it's lumpy there. So just make sure you drop that little drop back into your palette, come back on here, and then let's create another one. Just like that. I've got enough water on here. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to switch sides. And I've turned where the flat portion of the triangle is at the top, and then the tallest portion is at the bottom. If that makes any sense, okay? So here we go. I'm going to start like this, and then I'm going to press down and trail off like this. And it gives you some interesting shapes right there, as you can see. Dipping the tip of my brush in water, I'm going to start another one right here. And then just allow it to curve. Get more purple, and I'm going to add that to the base of these beautiful little shapes that I have. And then we're just pretty much going to do this all around. Now let's try it on the flip side, which is starting from the out, going inward. So using the tip, pressing down. I did a little swoosh and brought it in there. And I love the fact that you're able to get like these beautiful duotone effects by just adding a little bit of a second hue on the tip of your brush. Just gorgeous and stunning. So it gives you like an array of different colors. I'm going to turn my page around so I can get more flexibility and start another one this way, pressing down, trailing off to the center here so we don't miss out on that. And you're pretty much doing that this whole stroke on repeat as you go around. Now this takes a little bit of getting used to. As you can see, we've got some super straight petals there, and we've got some nice curvy ones here. So feel free to just take your brush and really experiment with the shapes you're able to get. Also experiment with the amount of color changes and variations you're able to get. So don't fully, my suggestion would be don't fully wash off your brush when you're doing the next stroke. Just maybe take in a second color and see what happens. And that's pretty much it to the actual flower. I'm going to add a little bit of a couple of like smaller whimsical, not smaller, but more like whimsical looking strokes at the end here. Can even add some at the very top. Actually, what I'm going to do, because the number 10 gives me some super big strokes, I'm going to switch it over to the smaller one for now. And getting a lighter pink, I'm just going to do the same thing but from in between. And you can do 2 strokes to sort of create a thicker petal if you want. I'll do one more here. And then just a whimsical one there. All right, so that's how we do the flower portion. Let's get into the greens, which is going to be very, very similar to this. It's going to be that much easier. So I'm going to get some of my green on here. I believe this is sap green. And using the number 6, like I love this because you can get such intricate details. So watch, I'm just using the tip of my brush and I'm going to lightly just graze and bring this downward. Beautiful. And let's just get some green stuff at the tip over here. So I'm just grazing with my brush, the tip of the brush, and I am creating these little tendril-like elements below the flower. Now let's get some leaves on there. Whimsical, beautiful. Now for the leaf. Same thing, we're using the tip of the brush and I am lightly grazing to create a stem that's protruding from our main stem. And then just dipping the tip of my brush in water to make sure it's nice and moist so I can get a nice green leaf. I'm going to start from here, press down, and trail off like that. Beautiful. Now, if you want a thicker leaf, all you need to do is go back and do the same thing and trail off as you get to the edge, and you have a beautiful leaf. I'll just do one more, kind of coming up this way from the outside in, and drawing that right into my stem. So as you can see, like you can get some startlingly perfect results using the Petals brush. I would definitely suggest having it handy for sure, because I can totally see myself sitting down and just going with the flow and painting a whole bunch of these to create like a nice beautiful pattern or bouquet of flowers. So as I mentioned before, all the links to these are listed in the description below. Feel free to check it out. They are Amazon links. You can also find these at your local art store, I'm pretty sure. So go with the flow and see what suits you best. But hope you guys enjoyed this video. Let me know in the comments what you thought. Hit that like button, hit the subscribe button if you're not subscribed and you're new. And let me know how you made out with this. If you have questions, feel free to send me a message. I'm on Instagram, on Facebook. Tag me in your work. Show me what you got, guys. All right, thanks so much for watching, guys, and we'll chat soon. Bye.